I was recently invited to take part in a dev challenge with a bunch of other YouTube game devs, where we create and reimagine the mini games for Mario Party. I thought this sounded like fun, so I was instantly on board. The idea was that each developer participating would each reserve the game they would be creating on a first come first served basis. As they started going pretty quick, and not being that familiar with the Mario Party series myself, I started looking around for a game that I could create in 2D and put my own spin on it. I decided on Piranha Pursuit as I thought I could do something interesting with it. I planned to change it up a bit, as in the original you either control the character that is running away from the piranha and avoiding obstacles, or one of the three characters stomping on the cloud that creates rain to water the piranha and make it go faster. My twist on the game would be to give direct control to the chasing character and make it a 2-player game. To save some time on art, I decided I would grab some free 3D models, make any required modifications in Blender and render them out to use in game. A really good resource I found for 3D models was Quaternius's website, which I will link in the video description. As the main character is riding a skateboard, I combined one of the models with the skateboard model I found on opengameart.com. I then animated the skating action and applied a toon render. Next I went into GameMaker and coded a simple player movement. I started just with geometric shapes and added a bit of squash and stretch and some particles, and tested the movement out to see if it was fun to control. Once I was happy with that, I swapped in the renders for the character. To keep with the art style, I jumped back into Blender and modeled out some ground and trees. I then added in some bushes and mountains and applied a few layers of parallax scrolling to give the game a bit more of a 3D feel. Next I started working on the chasing character. I decided to go with this Goblin, which also came from Quaternius's website. I made the required updates to colors and the animations and then brought her into the game. I noticed something funky was happening with the Goblin's stomach on her running animation, but decided just to go with it anyway. I made the movement different for the two characters so the game felt a bit more dynamic. The skateboarding character moves faster, doesn't jump as high, but has the ability to wall jump. The chasing character runs a bit slower, but jumps higher and therefore doesn't need the wall jump move to get through the level. I wanted some obstacles in the game, so I added this turtle shell, which is a bit of a homage to the original Mario series. The characters can jump on the shell and use it as a weapon against their opponent. I also added a spiky board that bounces up and down that the players would need to time just right to get past. Another obstacle I added was these spiky pits that the player could fall onto. The final touches were the start and finish lines, some UI for the player's life, and the win-loss statistics that you see at the end of each round. I designed out a full level that takes around a minute to complete, which is typically what a mini game in Mario Party takes. The game is available to play now on itch, so grab a buddy and go bananas. If you prefer to play with yourself, that's cool too, I won't judge. Also be sure to check out the games from the other devs that also participated in this challenge. And if you wanted to support me, I've recently released a Steam page for my main game Pushy Worm. Please find the links in the description of this video. I would be super grateful if you threw Pushy Worm on your wish list. That's all from me, talk to you next time.